The secret to clean string crossings on the violin is pivot, 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 pivot. Well, now you will never forget this principle. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this pivot principle. I'm going to show you a simple exercise that will help you really hone it in during your practice time. We're going to look at a few examples of how the pros use this pivot too. And lastly, I'll cover the one exception to the pivot principle. So here's what I mean. When you cross from one string to another, I want you to imagine that your whole arm, all the way to your wrist, including your hands, is all one unit, and it all pivots together. So your bow on the E string looks like this. Here's the A, D, and G. So when you play, if you're hitting strings you don't mean to, it's usually because you didn't fully pivot your arm. You gotta commit. I'm only hard on you because you're doing it wrong. Just kidding. Try this one exercise to really get it right. Practice your pivot at the frog, in the middle of the bow, and at the point. Notice how the angles are different, and you have to move your whole arm, including your elbow, a lot more at the point than you do at the frog. When you're at the frog, it's okay for your elbow to be a little bit lower. So you're going to have this slight curve. But when you're on the G string, your elbow is never going to look like this. This needs to come up for the G string. This pivot principle holds true whether you're playing something with just two strings that's not too fast, or something that uses lots of string crossings, like the chaconne. Lots of string crossings, lots of pivoting using your whole arm. There is one exception I'm going to cover in a minute, but first, if it takes some time to practice this and really get it right, don't worry, I have a sketch. Actually, it's more of a checklist. It covers all the basics of good violin and bow position, including how to practice clean string crossings. And you can download it for free through the link in the description below. Let's observe a couple of examples of how famous violinists use this pivot principle. Here we have a wonderful older video, Oistrakh playing the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. He is on the E string, as you see, so his elbow is quite low. But then as he goes up, see how that elbow went up, 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 up. And here he is on the G string with a much higher elbow. Okay, now let's take a look. I love how Hilary Hahn, as she plays Beethoven, makes it so clear how she does that pivot. As she goes up to that higher string, oh, look at how her elbow gets really high. You can see that in such great detail, the way that she plays. And elbow gets lower again as she goes down to the E string. So now you really see that most of the time we do pivot, but there is one exception, and that's when you're going back and forth between two strings really quickly. In this case, doing the entire arm pivot is going to get too wild and you won't have enough time. So instead, you're going to minimize your arm movements and practice having a very loose wrist motion instead. Till next time, I hope remembering to pivot helps you to share something beautiful with your music. Well, you can't see it. It's too close.